Hello and welcome back to my survival world where I'm building the tallest Minecraft base. In the last episode I completed a diamond storage and counting machine and reached a height of 400 blocks. I also added a dance floor. There is only one problem: I don't have all the music disc variants. To solve this, I'm building a music disc farm in this episode. I will also start with the custom biomes that will surround the tower. But this is a long-term project that will take 3 or 4 more episodes till the garden is completed. The music disc farm uses the game mechanic that a creeper drops a music disc whenever killed by a skeleton. In this farm, a creeper will activate a pressure plate that opens a door to an iron golem. The skeleton will then, in its attempt to attack the golem, hit the creeper. Above this mechanism, I place a creeper farm designed by Logical Geek Boy. A link to it is in the description. The outside of this level of the base is covered by 5 different builds. Firstly, I go for a more difficult build, namely the dancing house in Prague. On the right it has a concrete facade with unaligned windows, and on the left it has a glass tower supported by curved concrete pillars. Planning and building this took a really long time, and I think I will avoid deconstructivist architecture in the near future. Now something easier. 2 Italian townhouses with brick and terracotta fronts. To break up the facade, I added balconies to some of the windows. Next to that, I placed the third build, the top of the Empire State Building with its very iconic steel spire. For the fourth build, I utilized the rarely used glazed terracotta. This build is heavily inspired by the painted mosque of Tetovo in North Macedonia. Then in the corner comes the fifth build. First a ground layer of colorful and weird windows, which is then covered up by 2 large and vibrant flowers as well as a little bit of grass. With that, I am finished for today with the facade of the base and can work on the custom biomes in the garden. First I made some estimates on the needed resources, and then I started collecting them. And here I have all the resources for the gardens. This shulker box is the first one. This is for the outermost circle of beacons. 9 beacons in total. Then I have this one. This is for the middle layer of beacons. They have some rather big and complicated designs, so there are a lot of chests. and this is for the create custom biomes. So I will start with the beacons and let's see how far I can come. After removing a little bit of the landscape, I can cover the 2 beacons on the entrance of the base in the east with 2 copper spheres resting on sandstone pedestals. The copper will age with time. The northwestern beacon is covered by a copper flame, and the 3 other beacons at the diagonals are covered up in the same way. The southern beacon is decorated with a large villager angel statue made from quartz. This one I placed the wrong way first, but I got it done. The northern and western beacon are again decorated with the same design. Okay, I finished the decoration for the outer ring of beacons. This pathway, at one point I will extend it all the way to spawn. That's another 300 blocks about. But now I'll start building the biomes, and in today's episode I'm only going to build one, and this is that one here. It will be an ocean biome. First I dig out the area for this biome, and then I can place the ground layer. The ground layer consists of sand clusters surrounded by warped quartz, and then I achieve a gradient with cyan wool and prismarine. The dirt will later be covered up by rocks and cliffs. Next I fill it with water and place the mentioned rocks. They are made from prismarine and are supposed to look rugged, sort of as if they were shaped by the water, the waves and the wind. Now I place 5 large coral builds, all in different colors and slightly different styles. And lastly, for decorations, on the sand I place corals and on the boards I place seagrass. For the beacons I want to go with symmetric patterns made from valuable resources. And I'm out of lapis. So I went for another hour of mining and also raided my storage room. This biome is finished. It's a beautiful ocean biome. I think it worked out really well, especially the contrast between the sand area, which is filled with corals, and the wart area that is filled with seagrass, although it's a little bit hard to see with shaders. And I also think that the prismarine rocks turned out amazing as well. I'm already looking forward to building the other 7 biomes, although that obviously will take some time. And I've also realized that I probably have to expand the garden by another 4 to 5 blocks outwards, because the beacons look kinda out of place sitting outside of the garden. It's not as noticeable with this one because it's in an open field, but if I fly to the opposite direction of the garden, there's a beacon that is basically built inside a mountain, this one here. And it's better to see without shaders. Let's turn off the shaders and you will see. This beacon is basically built inside the mountain, and it doesn't look very good. And there's also a beacon in that direction that is a little bit in a mountain, and up here is a beacon built in a hill. And therefore I've come to realize that I probably have to make another garden expansion by 3 or 4 blocks, maybe even 5 outwards to get the beacons into the build, because as they are now, they're kind of standing outside. But again, that's a project for the far future. That's all for today. Have a beautiful time and goodbye.